with Self-Care for Men. My name is Ed Cardinal, and once again I'm pleased to be joined by Ethan Plant, the creator of the Peanut, which is a self-myofascial release tool. Today he's going to take me through something that he has designed for his clients to warm up before their exercise routine or even a sporting adventure that they're going to take.
Well, thanks, Ed. Thanks for having me. Again, like Ed said, this is kind of a catch-all for most people to kind of do a warm-up. A lot of people think, just jumping on a piece of cardio equipment is going to get them warm. Well, sure, your blood is going to get warm, you're going to sweat, but your joints and your range of motion are really going to be at its optimal. So this is something that I kind of have people do in place of the cardio as a warm-up, and it really also gains that mobility over time for them, as well as in the moment increases that range of motion for those exercises they're going to do, or that sporting event they're going to do, or whatever they may be doing. So there's plenty of these that we can add to it. Today we're going to speak through a catch-all, a really quick thing. Then I have to get down on his stomach. Okay, he's going to put his arms out to the side so his palms are down, shoulder height. His forehead is going to be in the ground. I call this a scorpion. What does a scorpion do? They sting up and over, right? So what I have Ed do is bend one knee. Okay, he's going to reach for the sky with that knee, kind of a donkey kick. And as he does that, he's going to bring that foot towards his opposite hand without moving his hand. Now, he can't hit his hand right now. That's okay. Over time, if he continually does this every day, over a couple of months, he's going to get closer and closer and closer. This is something that really I've noticed over time with that hip extension, the thoracic rotation, has given people relief in some hip pain and knee pain if they stick with it, Now, this is your warm-up, so you can, with all these drills that you're going to do, you can go, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, whatever you want. You could run through the list twice. But in the same aspect, let's say he's here and he gets a little cramp in the hamstring or cramp in the back. You could always grab your favorite tool for self-myofascial release and just kind of roll that out. So that would be the scorpion, sting up and over, okay? Now we're going to go into what I call an Aqua Man. Now these are named to try to make you remember what they are. We know scorpion stings up and over. Now what does Aqua Man do? We're going to have his arms go out to the front, okay? We're going to stay down just like he was with his forehead down. The only thing that's going to come up is his arms, okay? So his arms come up. Now, he's going to swim like an Aqua Man does. So he's going to, and at shoulder height, he's going to flip so the palms are up. Now, let's just say, I poured hydrochloric acid on the floor here. I don't want to burn his hands, right? He's a good guy. So we're going to just come back to the front. He's never going to touch the ground. The first few are going to be real slow, okay? And he's going to always reach out and away, really trying to keep those elbows long, just really reaching out and away, going nice and slow and control. And then at the end, so he's done like 3 or 4 right now. Let's say he does 8. Now we can do 8 more real fast. Just give me a couple fast. There you go. So it's not super sloppy, but it's a little bit out of control. Okay, good, relax. So, scorpion stings up and over, Aqua Man swims. Well, now it's time to fly. So, can you give me a Superman, please? See, with Superman, he doesn't touch his feet, his knees are getting off the ground, his chest is off the ground, his arms are up, right? And he's going to come up and come back down in control. With just maybe a 2-second pause at the top, okay? Again, this is your warm-up, guys. I'm showing you how to do it. If you wanted to do a couple of fast ones, fine. If you wanted to hold for 30 seconds at the end, that's fine too. But this is just the basics here, okay? So from there, we are going to go again, 10, 12, 16, whatever you want. From here, we're going to go into a combination of the Superman and the Aqua Man. So I call it a Skydiver. So he's going to come up into a Superman, okay? Now he's going to reach like the Aqua Man swimming, but he's going to bend his knees at the same time. Trying to not touch his feet together. Geronimo! Good. And come back to the front and then back down. Okay? This is really good. It's very tough though. You want to try to breathe through it, but I know in the beginning you're probably going to hold your breath. It's okay. It's progression. Okay? So be very conscious of that. That one you can do 6 to 8 with. Okay? From there, we're going to release ourselves from the skin on the stomach, and we're going to go onto our back. Okay? We're going to have our butt on the ground. We're going to bend our knees. Okay? I call this one a hip twist, okay? I'm going to have him put one knee over the other knee. Now, he's got some pretty decent mobility. You can actually get that knee over the knee. Some people, that might be a little tight. It might be more ankle over knee, and that's okay. But the goal is to get the knee over the knee, all right? He's going to have those palms up to the side, just and down, just try to keep them stable. And what he's going to do is pull with this leg, this knee down to the side, just like that, okay? This one you can rep out a few times. So maybe 6, 8, 10 reps. Let's call this the 10th rep right now. He's doing his 10th rep.
Do both sides?
So you're going to stay on one side for 1, and then we'll switch sides after that. So let's call this one the 10th rep, okay? He's going to hold that, but he's going to take his opposite hand. He's going to reach up into the corner there to try to make this X appearance. Like if you had an X, this is the, he's elongating himself. He's going to keep reaching and pulling as he takes a few deep breaths, and he's going to take that deep breath right here into that part of the rib cage. Really trying to focus on opening up. Okay, and again, your warm up. do 3 deep breaths, 4 deep breaths, 10 deep breaths. It's up to you, okay? So then, he's going to come back up, and you would switch sides, okay? So you put the opposite knee over the other knee. Now, we're going to move on, but you want to make sure you hit both sides. We're going to do our yoga twist next, okay? Different variations of yoga twist. We'll keep this one very simple, okay? So you bring your legs out straight. I want you to put one ankle over the other, okay? And I want you to bring your hips side to side. Yeah, really twisting. And when it's at the top, what I want to do is really squeeze this glute. When it goes the other way, really squeeze this glute. Now, again, we're going to have to switch angles eventually, so 10, 12, 16 each way. Halfway through, you can get a little sloppy, okay? You can just kind of go, boom, 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 like that. All right, so do a couple of 8 really intentional, you can do a few sloppy as well. Good, relax. Okay, so now we've got our scorpion sticking up and over. Aqua Man, we're swimming. Superman, we're flying. Our Skydiver, we're Geronimo. And then we go into our hip twist, our yoga twist, and now we're going to work on some of those, engaging the low abs a little bit. So what we're going to do is we go 90, 90, 90. So what is 90 degrees? It's like, square, right? Squared off. So his hips, his knees, and his ankles are all at 90 degrees. What's going to happen with you guys? You're going to see the foot starts to fall, okay? Or the knee starts to fall, or you start to fall with the hip a little bit, right? So the goal right here, we can do a lot of this down the line, but what I want to see right now is you're able to maintain this, taking some deep breaths. If you wanted to add to this, if I was to slide my hand underneath his back, and I said, I want you to, crush my hand, he's going to push. Now, some people will push a little too hard. What happens is you'll see this happen or their chest come up. You want to try to make as little movement as possible. So when I say crush, maybe that's not the right word. Maybe you just want to push down a little bit because you want to be in control. But eventually, if you can really crush that floor and maintain everything and really learn how to breathe while engaging that, we can move on to the next few steps, okay? So from there, I'm going to actually have him put his feet back down. So low abs and glutes kind of work together, right? What I want to do first is just do a regular bridge, straight bridge up, all right? Some people call this a yoga bridge, right? He's just going to really just bring those hips way up. Feels good for the low back, right? What I want you to do now, come back down with those hips. If I put you on a sheet of ice, okay, and you went into a bridge like that, which is not a bad bridge, but this particular bridge is going to make you slide on the ice, right? I want you to stay and put. So to do that, you want to squeeze just the glutes to come up. It's not as high. See, it doesn't get as high that way? And I want you to rep that out. So you come back down and then you squeeze those glutes, really focusing on pushing down to the ground, not down and out, and really just using the glutes to bring those hips up. So let's say he did 10, and this is the 10th. He's going to hold that 10th, okay? And what I want him to do is he's going to pick up one foot just about an inch, and he's going to put it back down. So he's not just throwing it up and throwing it down. He's picking it up, and he's putting it down. Now, if I was to have you just be a little sloppy for me, pick this foot up and let this. See how he's kind of dropping right there? Put that back down. What he's going to do to prevent that is he's going to pick this up and he's drooping that way. He's going to use his opposite glute. So he's going to put his mind in his glute. That's what's going to keep him nice and stable in that pelvis. So it's nice controlled marches, 6 each way, 10 each way, 8 each way, whatever you want, okay? Some people also tend to really have this bow-legged thing when they bridge up, okay? What you can do is put a water bottle, a peanut, foam roller, whatever you got around you, and you can squeeze that way, squeezing the glutes, and that actually helps to maintain that correct bridge, okay? Just want to take that away for a second. Now, what we're going to do, we should have a pretty decent warm-up at this point because he's going to be doing many reps on all these exercises. He's going to flip over, okay? He's going to get into what I call a front plank, okay? I'm sure all of you guys would call that, right? Some people get in their hands. I like to start from forearms, building a tripod, okay? And see how he's nice and straight here. He's kind of protracting, so he's not sinking into his shoulder blades. He's kind of pushing out of the way. See how he's nice and straight with his back. Sometimes people kind of sag and they hold themselves with their shoulder blades. You don't want to do that. You want to really push out of the way and bring this up. In some cases, I'm okay if the butt's a little higher than you think it should be, just to start to learn how to engage. Now, again, another good little trick. If you have a water bottle, foam roller, peanut with you, it's a little self-coaching tool. You put it between the legs and you squeeze it. I want you to break that. If you break that, I'll give that to you, okay? So you see how he's kind of shaking a little? Now he's using the adductors, the glutes, he's doing everything, in the same time to kind of put everything together and make a really good front plank. So if you can't get into a front plank and be able to hold it, okay, we can modify it. We can go from the knees to start off, right? Just learning how to get the correct position. Or we can go into the true front plank on the toes. But what you can do is you can just get up into that position, feel it. Okay, I'm getting tired. Now you come back down, you take a break, take a deep breath, come back in. But this is one of those exercises that will get easier in time. 2 weeks of doing it consistently every day, you might be able to hold yourself up at 30 seconds to a minute after you have progressed, okay? We're going to do one last thing here. All right, we're going to have him on his hands and knees. Now, a lot of people, see how he's got his hands underneath his shoulders? A lot of people put their hands under their face like that, and they think that's okay, that's under my shoulders. No, it's just because you can see him, you think so. You're going to make him underneath your shoulders. All right? What he's going to do is he's going to take his left hand, he's going to put it upside down so that, you're going to go this way, yeah, and he's going to put underneath this side, and he's going to follow this seam right here. See that seam? He's going to try to touch his shoulder. If he can't, that's okay. He's going to take a deep breath, he's going to come back up, and he's going to go the other way. This is a thoracic slide movement. So we had gotten a lot of thoracic rotation before when we had done that scorpion, okay, but we're also getting hip extension. Now our hips are flexed while we're doing this, so we're going to get more of the upper rotation of that thoracic. Okay, now you can, all of these, you can mess around with them when you get good at the strict, okay, versions. You can literally mess around with all of these. But for now, just try to get good at this. And I'll tell you what, before you go weightlift or before you go into yoga, I mean, this is yoga-ish, but before you do any sort of activity, maybe it is golf, right? We enjoy golf together, right? This is just going to make everything so much more fluid, and it's going to, you're going to feel a difference. And then also, you can see a little glossiness on him. He's starting to sweat, right? And we only just did a couple reps for you, so give it a shot. And if you have any questions, reach out to Ed, and we'll give the answer.
Or you can reach out to Ethan. Thanks again, Ethan, for joining me. Appreciate it. Now, if you want to contact Ethan, or if you want to purchase a peanut, you can go to his website, which is peanut.com.
Yep, there's a hyphen after the P, so p-knot.com. I tried to get pknot.com and someone already had it, so it doesn't go anywhere. So p-knot.com, and you can get a discount using Ed's last name. So
Cardinal, that's lowercase letters. Cardinal, you get a 10% discount. So again, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Self Care for Men's YouTube channel, by hitting the subscribe button below, and also follow, like, or comment on our Facebook and Instagram page. Until next time, thank you.
Be well, guys. Thanks again, Ed.
Thank you.